Hello friends, I'm still not Jim Nance. I'm Kurt Bergland, and this is Pine Tar Great Teams of the 20th Century Set Volume 2 Baseball, featuring the 1961 Cincinnati Reds, the National League pennant winners, against the 1988 Los Angeles Dodgers, winners of the World Series. And we're going to get to the starting lineups in just a minute, but before we do that, I want to remind you that this set is available from me right now, and I'll put all of the contact information and all this list of teams and all that good stuff in the description for this video. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. I need your subscriptions to keep my channel running. These are all the teams that you get, and you get a special subset of 61 former Rookies of the Year in their rookie seasons carded for your use as well. So there's 23 great teams and an American League Rookie of the Year team and a National League Rookie of the Year team as well. All of the purchase of the PDF information and buying the cards as well, all of that's in the description along with my PayPal ID name. So I encourage you to take a look. These two teams that we're going to see today are in that set. And if you need a copy of Pine Tar Baseball, you can get it for free just for asking. Shoot me an email and I'll put that in the description for the video as well. So you can get all of that done in one shot. Before we start today, I got some junk wax to break. Because why? Because nobody breaks junk wax quite like I do. So, nobody rips it. I rip it. I rip the junk wax. Alright. Junk wax is getting a little sticky. The 1991 Donruss Series 2 puzzle and cards. If you don't think these will put your kid through college, you're wrong. Willie Stargell puzzle. Howard Farmer. Yeah, I don't remember him either. Gary Ward, him I remember. He's a Tiger. But I remember him with Texas. Jose Vizcaino. Backup infielder. I remember him with the Cubs. Dave Stieb no-hit the Indians. Guy had a slider that was unbelievable. Best pitcher of the 90s? Of the 80s, sorry. Best pitcher of the 80s? I don't know. Chris Sabo. What did they call him? Spuds McKenzie? Was that it? Another member of the 1990 World Series team for the Reds, Billy Hatcher. Another member of the 1990 World Series team for the Reds, Chris Hammond. Lee Stevens, left-handed hitting first baseman. And I use the word hitting in its broadest possible sense. Doug DeCenzo probably saved the Cubs in '89, backing up Jerome Walton when Walton pulled a hamstring. They don't win the division if DeCenzo doesn't play center field like that. Dr. Dirt and Mr. Clean. Lenny Dykstra and Dale Murphy. I'm going to let you fill in the blanks on that one. Dr. Dirt and Mr. Clean. Jimmy Kremers, no idea. If you remember, you're a better person than I am. Sam Horn, you betcha. DH for the Orioles. Another Reds World Series team member, Jack Armstrong. He's also really strong, I hear. Kurt Young, 10th man on the Oakland A's pitching staff of 88, 89, 90. Steve Decker, he was going to be great until he wasn't. But I think he got drafted by the Marlins in the expansion draft, and then he sucked even harder. All right, here we go. One more pack of 1991 Donruss. You like these wrappers, huh? Think these have been around a while? Willie Stargell. He's in there somewhere. Gary Redus. Cincinnati Red. Pittsburgh Pirate. Brian Harper, catcher. And I use that term in its broadest possible sense. But Brian Harper could hit. Lee Stevens, I'm looking at you. Joe Baver, Atlanta Braves, until he wasn't. Greg Brock, LA Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers. I don't know if there was anybody after that. Greg Brock. Alejandro Pena, Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers, and apparently the Mets. Don't remember him with the Mets. Mark Davis, flame-throwing reliever. Delino DeShields, he had a kid. Chuck Knobloch, from what I understand, kind of like his name, Knob. Clay Parker had him. My fantasy team. My fantasy team wasn't good. Chris Gwynn. Charles Nagy. Best pitcher on good Indian teams. Rafael Ramirez, Atlanta Braves. Yeah. More Brian Harper. Ozzie Guillen. And one more time, Jack Armstrong. All right, there's our Rip Fest of 1991 Donruss. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. All right. Let's go to the starting lineups. We got Reds at the Dodgers. When I was a kid, this was the rivalry. Okay, one of the rivalries. All right, here we go. Starting lineup. For the visiting 61 Cincinnati Reds. Don Blasingame leading off at second base. Eddie Casco bats second at short. Vada Pinson bats third and center. Frank Robinson bats fourth in right field. Gordy Coleman bats fifth at first base. Gene Freese bats sixth at third. Gus Bell bats seventh and left field, and Johnny Edwards bats eighth and does the catching. On the mound, the ace of the staff in 1961, Jim O'Toole. He's an A pitcher on the road. He's the B, drops to a B the third time through the order. He has a strikeout modifier of 77, and he can give you 7 innings and more if it's going well. There's your lineup for the Reds. Here for the 88 Dodgers, Steve Sachs leads off at second. Mickey Hatcher will play first base and bat second against the left-hander. Kirk Gibson bats third in left field. Mike Marshall bats fourth in right field. John Shelby bats fifth in center field. Jeff Hamilton bats sixth at third base. Rick Dempsey bats seventh behind the plate. And Alfredo Griffin bats eighth at shortstop. On the mound for the Dodgers, it's Oral Hershiser. A+ to start, A+ the whole way through. No strikeout or walk modifiers, and he can give you 8 and more if it's going well. So there are your lineups. There is your lineups. Playing Pine Tar Baseball today. I'm using 2D10s, red in the 10s digit, one white in the 1s digit, and we'll need the blue one for error checks. And we are ready to rock, roll, and remember. Here we go. Don Blasingame against Hershiser, and the pitch, he walked him. That's not Oral Hershiser-like. So they got a base runner to start the first inning, and we're underway. Here's Eddie Casco. Pitch from Hershiser. It's an 84 that's hit to John Shelby in center field, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Here's Pinson. with Blassingame on first. The pitch to Veda. Hey, struck him out. That's one strikeout for Hershiser. And then it's Robinson. Blassingame still on first. The pitch from Hershiser is hit to right. That's Mike Marshall, country, and he puts it away. For out number 3, we played half an inning and we have no score. Here's O'Toole taking his warm-up tosses. And it's Sachs, Hatcher, and Gibson in the bottom of the first. Steve Sachs. Nothing on 55, so we got a ground ball to Eddie Casco, who throws to Gordy Coleman for the out, and there's one down. Mickey Hatcher. Pitch is hit hard. This one's to center field, and it's going to get between Robinson and Pinson. Around first is Hatcher, and he's got a double with one out in the bottom of the first against O'Toole. Here's Kirk Gibson. O'Toole to stretch, and the pitch. Ground ball, Blassingame. He flips to Coleman for out number 2 as Hatcher advances to third. And with 2 outs and a run 90 feet away, here's Mike Marshall. O'Toole's going to go from the windup, and the pitch to Marshall is hit to Veda Pinson. He's coming in a few steps, and he'll put it away for out number 3. So we've played one complete, and we have no score at Chavez Ravine. Here's Hershiser coming back against Coleman, Freese, and Bell for the Reds in the top of the second. Gordy Coleman, left-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch to him is hit on the ground to Hatcher. He's going to take it himself for the first out in the top of the second. Gene Freese, power-hitting third baseman for these Reds. Ground ball, Hamilton. He plants and throws to Hatcher for out number 2. And now Gus Bell. And there's a base hit to left as Gus Bell goes the other way, and Kirk Gibson's going to collect that one and throw it back in. So with 2 outs, the Reds have a base runner for Edwards. On deck is O'Toole. Ground ball one more time, Mickey Hatcher. This time he's going to flip to Hershiser covering, and that will retire the Reds in the second. We play 1.5 with no score in L.A. O'Toole is going to face Shelby, Hamilton, and Dempsey for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. Hey, strikes out Shelby. That's his first. One gone. Hamilton up now. Dodger third baseman. Pitch to him. Hey, struck him out. That's his second. And going for number 3 against Rick Dempsey. And a good chance to get it. The pitch. Oh, he got a piece of it. Grounds it toward Blassingame, who throws to Gordy Coleman for out number 3. And that retires the Dodgers in inning number 2. We've played 2 complete and no score. So it'll be O'Toole, and then Blassingame, and then Casco. 9-1-2 in the Reds order for the third inning. Hershiser's pitch is a 21. Hey, strikes out O'Toole. Second strikeout for Orel. Now it's Blassingame. Blassingame grounds this one to Alfredo Griffin. He plants and throws to Hatcher for out number 2. Casco is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to him. Slap to center field into right center. Shelby on the run, and he's going to get there for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 third inning, and in fact, it's 4 in a row retired by Hershiser. Bottom of the third count with no score. O'Toole will face Griffin, Hershiser, and the top of the order with Steve Sachs in the Dodger third. Pitch to Alfredo. Lifted to left, but not deep. Here comes Gus Bell. And there's one out. Hershiser. O'Toole winds and delivers to left. One more for Gus Bell. And there's 2 gone, and now it's Sachs. 0 for 1 for Steve on the day. The pitch to him, hit to right. Curving away from Frank Robinson, but he's going to catch up to it, and that will retire the Dodgers in the 3rd. Played 3 complete. No score. Good pitchers duel. We got a good one going. In the Reds' 4th, it's Pinson, Robinson, and Coleman. 3, 4, 5 coming up. Veda's 0 for 1. The pitch to him, grounded to Steve Sachs, as all of the first base box seat patrons duck. He makes the throw to Hatcher for out number 1. Robinson 0 for 1. Get to the kitchen. It's an Alfredo Griffin range check. Oh my God, I smell gas. Oh my God, we're gonna explode. Alfredo Griffin makes the play, and there's 2 down. Excuse me. Gordy Coleman's 0 for 1. And this one's hit high and deep. Left field, Gibson back, and it's gone. Gordy Coleman has left the building, so has Elvis. It's 1-0 Reds off Hershiser. Freeze up now. 2 outs, nobody on. Ground ball, Hatcher. He's going to take it himself, and he does. And that retires the Reds in the 4th, but on the strength of a Gordy Coleman dong, it's 1-0 Reds. Now it's O'Toole facing 2-3-4 for LA. Hatcher, Gibson, and Marshall. Hatcher's got the only Dodger hit, a double in the 1st. Pitch from O'Toole is a base hit for Hatcher. 2 for 2 for Mickey, and the tying run is aboard for Gibson. Hatcher or O'Toole the stretch. The pitch to Gibson. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3 for O'Toole. Marshall coming up now. Hatcher still at first. Not a threat to steal. And that's ball 2. Ball 2 to Marshall. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's number 4 for O'Toole, and it's Shelby now with 2 outs, and Hatcher still at first. The pitch. Hey, struck out the side. He's got 5 now. We've played 4 complete. It's 1-0 Reds. When I put these teams together, they were both much, much better than I thought they would be. They had some good data. Bell, Edwards, and O'Toole in the top of the 5th, 7, 8, 9 for the Reds. The pitch. Comebacker, glove by Hershiser. He takes a couple steps toward Hatcher and flips him the ball, and that's 1 gone. Now it's Edwards 0 for 1. Base hit Edwards, right field, drops in front of Marshall. So he's on with 1 out, and it's O'Toole coming. O'Toole could handle the bat a little bit. They've got some options for what they want to do. Hershiser the stretch. The pitch to O'Toole. He squares. And it's not a good one. To Hatcher, he spins. He fires to Griffin covering second. And they get the leading lady, Edwards, sliding. O'Toole beats the wrap at first on the fielder's choice. Now it's Blassingame. With 2 outs, Hershiser the stretch, the pitch, and it's a hit for Don. Left field, Gibson. O'Toole stops him second, and Gibby gets the throw in. So there's 2 Reds on with 2 outs now for Casco. On deck is Pinson. Hershiser, the stretch. Cast goes 0 for 2. The pitch. Hit to left toward the line. Gibson on the run. Gibson gets there for out number 3. So we're halfway through this one. And it's 1-0 Reds. In the Reds' 5th. In the Dodger 5th, sorry. Hamilton, Dempsey, and Griffin. 6, 7, 8. If anybody gets on, it'll be Hershiser. Good game, close game. Hamilton's 0 for 1. The pitch to him. Base hit for Jeff. Goes to left field. Sneaks it past Casco. And he's on with nobody out in the 5th. Dempsey's 0 for 1. O'Toole the stretch and the pitch. Ground ball Coleman. He knocks it down. His only play is going to be to O'Toole covering. He flips it to him and retires Dempsey as Hamilton moves to second base. Now it's Alfredo Griffin with 1 out. On deck is Hershiser. O'Toole the stretch, the pitch. And we got a rare play check. We have a base runner. '81 on the rare play check. O'Toole picks off Hamilton at second base. O'Toole picks off Hamilton on the rare play at second base, and the Dodgers lose their base runner. With 2 outs and nobody on, it's still Griffin at the plate with Hershiser on deck. Tommy Lasorda is not happy, and that's the strikeout modifier. 77, 6 Ks for O'Toole. O'Toole's allowed 3 hits. He hasn't walked anybody. He struck out 6, and he's throwing a shutout. We've played 5 complete. It's 1-0 Reds. Hershiser's numbers: 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 homer, 1 walk, struck out 2, and allowed 1 run. It was earned. So we go to the 6th, and it's 3, 4, 5 for the Reds coming. Pinson, Robinson, and Coleman. Pitch to Veda. Ground ball, Hatcher. He flips to Hershiser covering for 1 out. Now it's Robinson 0 for 2. Pitch to Frank. Hey, struck him out. There's number 3. And Coleman hit the home run to give the Reds the only run of the game back in the 4th inning. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. Number 4 for Hershiser. Played 5.5. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. O'Toole will face Hershiser, then Sachs, then Hatcher in the bottom of the 6th. 9-1-2 for the Dodgers. Orioles 0 for 1. 72, hit to right, curving away from Robinson, but he'll get there, and there's 1 out. O'Toole is now going through the lineup the 3rd time. He becomes a B pitcher. So he drops a letter grade, and Sachs is up 0 for 2. The pitch. Hit to center. Pinson on the run, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. And Hatcher, 2 for 2, a double and a single. He's got 2 of the Dodgers' 3 base hits. The pitch. Ground ball, Freeze. Little bit of an adventure. He grabs it and throws to Coleman for out number 3. Played 6 complete. It's 1-0 Reds. Hershiser gets Freeze, Bell, and Edwards. 6, 7, 8 in the top of the 7th. The Reds are looking for insurance. Pitch to Gene Freeze. Hit high in the left, but not deep. Kirk Gibson's under this one. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Bell is 1 for 2. He's got 1 of Cincinnati's 4 hits. Pitch to Gus. Hit right at Gibson. He doesn't even move. And there's 2 down. Now it's Edwards. 1 for 2. Pitch to Johnny. Ground, oh, wait a minute. Yep, ground ball, Griffin. Alfredo gloves it and throws to Hatcher, and that retires the Reds in the 7th. It's time to stretch them out in L.A. We got a good one. It's 1-0 Reds. All of your ordering information for this set of cards is in the description for this video. Gibson, Marshall, and Shelby. 3, 4, 5 for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. Gibby. Ground ball, Casco. He plants and throws to Coleman for out number 1. Marshall up 0 for 2. Pitch to him is hit high to left. Under it is Bell, and he makes the catch for number 2. And Shelby is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. O'Toole's pitch. He's got his 3rd strikeout and the hat trick for John Shelby. 7 strikeouts for O'Toole through 7 innings. We've gone 7 complete. 1-0 Reds. Hershiser. Got to hold them where they're at. It's 9-1-2 coming up for the Reds. O'Toole, Blassingame, and Casco. O'Toole is 0 for 2. The pitch to him from Hershiser. Hit to center, but not deep. Under it, here comes Shelby, and there's 1 out. Blassingame up now. 1 for 2 with a walk. He's done his job. And he does it again. That's a base hit to left. Drops in front of Gibson, and an insurance run is aboard for the Reds with 1 out. Casco is 0 for 3. Pinson is on deck. Hershiser the stretch and the pitch, and this is going to be trouble. It's a base hit for Casco to left field toward left center. Blassingame is around second. He's going to go to third as Gibson's throw comes into second. And there's 1 out with Reds at the corners. Here comes the Dodger bullpen quickly getting up and getting ready. It's Alejandro Pena and Jesse Orosco getting ready for LA in a hurry. Double-barreled action. Pinson, 0 for 3. The Dodger infield moves in. Got to cut off that run if they can. Pitch to Veda. Hit high to center field. Shelby under it. Blassingame tagging. He makes the catch. There goes Blassingame. No, he slips and he holds. Oh, Shelby's throw comes home, but Blassingame holds at third base. Red still at the corners now for Robinson. Frank is 0 for 3. On deck is Coleman. Pitch to him. High in the air to left, but not quite deep enough. 1 more biscuit for breakfast, and Frank Robinson goes deep. Kirk Gibson makes the catch, and that will retire the Reds. They threaten but do not score in the 8th. 1-0 going to the bottom of the 8th. It's O'Toole facing Hamilton, Dempsey, and Griffin. Warming up are Henry and Brosnan. Lefty-righty double-barreled action in the Reds bullpen. Hamilton is 1 for 2. O'Toole winds and delivers to him. Hit to left, sinking. Bell charging hard, and he gets there. Out number 1, and he's retired 9 in a row now for O'Toole. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Dempsey, 0 for 2. Pitch to Rick. He walks him, so no range check. He walks him. He's aboard, and I think we're going to see a runner for Mr. Dempsey. And we might see a hitter for Mr. Griffin. It's going to be Jose Gonzalez to run for Dempsey. And let's see if they want to hit for Griffin. Sure, why not? Tracy Woodson is going to bat for Griffin. Backup infielder hit 249. So O'Toole's in a little bit of a jam. Gonzalez is at first. There's one out. Woodson at the plate. O'Toole the stretch and the pitch. Ground ball, Casco. He gloves it and goes to Blasingame for one. The relay to Coleman is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play turned by the Reds to get O'Toole out of the 8th. We're going to the 9th. 1-0 Reds. Couple of changes coming. Sosha will become the new catcher for Los Angeles. He will bat 7th. And the new shortstop will be Dave Anderson. He will bat 8th. And Hershiser is back out there. And he will lead off the bottom of the 9th, but of course he won't. But he's going to pitch the 9th. Pena and Orozco are still ready in the Dodger pen. So it's Coleman 1 for 3, then Freese, then Bell. Lefty, righty, lefty for the Reds in the 9th. They're leading 1-0. Line score for the Reds, 1 run on 6 hits. They've committed no errors. For the Dodgers, no runs. On 3 hits, they've committed no errors. Pitch to Gordy Coleman. Hey, struck him out, and that's 5 for Orel. 1 down in the 9th. Freese is 0 for 3. Hershiser winds and delivers an error check. We've got our first error check of the game. And 17 is hit to Hatcher. And the 7, he's going to make that play. And there's 2 down. Gus Bell. 1 for 3. Hit to center. Shelby into left center. But we'll get there. And that will retire the Reds in the 9th. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. A 1-0 Reds lead. O'Toole back out to try and finish the shutout. Henry and Brosnan throwing in the bullpen for the Reds. It's Hershiser due, but of course he's not hitting. And then Sachs and then Hatcher. And who is it going to be pinch hitting? It's going to be Mike Sharperson batting for Hershiser. Then Sachs, then Hatcher, unless they go to the bullpen. Sharperson, 271 in 88. The pitch. No modifier. Oh, wait. Yeah, we could have a modifier. It's a strikeout. He's a B. It stays a strikeout. 1 gone. Strikeout number 8 for O'Toole. There's 1 gone in the 9th. Now it's Sachs. Steve is 0 for 3. Modifier again. That's a single. It ends in a 5. And he walked him. Now it's Hatcher. They could go to Brosnan. Not yet. Okay, O'Toole, the stretch. Check sacks. Oh, they could send sacks. He's a 76. He can go. Edwards is a +7. He's an 83. O'Toole, the stretch. The pitch home to Hatcher. There goes sacks. Edwards' throw down to Blasingame is not in time, and Sack steals second. He's in scoring position now. First base is open. Gibson is on deck. That's going to do it. Here comes Fred Hutchinson, and he's going to get the ball from O'Toole and call on Bill Henry. With 1 out in the 9th. So O'Toole's day is done after 8 1/3. He allowed 3 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 8. He's allowed no runs so far, but sacks on second base is his responsibility. Henry, the left-hander, is on. He's an A-plus pitcher on the road. He's got strikeout modifiers 55 through 60 and 77. He can give you an inning. The Reds hope they don't need him for that much. If he gets 2 outs, the Reds win. Unless, of course, Sack scores. Hatcher is up 2 for 3. Gibson on deck. If anybody gets on, Marshall. Henry, the stretch. The pitch to Mickey. 67 to right. Robinson on the run into left center. He'll make the catch. Sacks will tag and hold. And that'll leave it up to Kirk Gibson, needing to get the tying run home with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Last chance saloon for the Dodgers, and they got their best player at the plate. All right, so Henry has his hands full. Gibson is 0 for 3. Sacks on second. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, 1-0 Reds. The pitch. Comebacker to Henry. He's got it. He flips to Gordy Coleman, and the Reds win this one 1-0. So that's a victory for O'Toole, a defeat for Hershiser, and a save for the left-hander, Bill Henry. The line score for the victorious Reds, 1 run on 6 hits. The big one, of course, Gordy Coleman's home run in the 4th. And no errors. The Dodgers, no runs on just 3 hits. And they committed no errors. Don't forget to check out the ordering information for this set in the description for the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I need your subscriptions to keep this thing going. Thank you so much. I'm Kurt Bergland. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.